Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Arena, and today we're going to be taking part in the F&M at Home event, mostly because it's Historic Brawl, so, you know, I get to play some Historic Brawl and do my dailies at the same time. What's not to love? So this one is mostly for the card sleeve that you can redeem with your LGS, as well as 2 rare ICRs. So, you know, not much to see here as far as the event's concerned, except for it's probably the best format on Arena right now, as long as you can access it. I noticed as well that they've finally added Nexus of Fate to the banned list, because it wasn't on here before, but when I tried to play, I think it was my 6 Fairy blue-white control deck, it had Nexus of Fate in it and would not let me play the deck, even though it never actually stated that it was banned. But yeah, anyway, today we're going to be playing around with Dalakos, as this is a pretty interesting commander that we haven't played yet. And I think it really lends itself more towards the historic side of things. So Dalakos, Crafter of Wonders, is a 3-mana Izzet legendary for 2/4. It can tap to add 2 colourless mana to spend only on artifact spells and activate abilities of artifacts. And then there's a little bit of an equipment sub-theme with this one as well, by giving equipped creatures you control flying and haste. So the go-to strategy with Dalakos is definitely going to be the equipment matters kind of thing. We're going to lean away from that a little bit, actually, and kind of go for an Izzet rampy value deck. So instead of putting down equipment, which is something that we still do in this deck, because we have Blackblade Reforged and Embercleave, so we still have the equipment in here. But instead, I'm actually going to use the tap mana ability as kind of the main thing we're going to do with our commander, so that we can get out some artifacts really early, so we can ramp with Firemind's Vessels and Gilded Lotuses early, and get towards things like Godpharaoh's Statue, Immortal Sun, and things of that nature. So yeah, this is going to be all about drawing lots of cards, making lots of mana, maybe flipping Storm the Vault so we can get the Vault of Catlacan going, which produces blue for each artifact you control, and then maybe winning the game with an Electro Dominance or an Explosion. So I'm not really going to go into the deck too much. It's kind of an Artifact Matters sub-theme. There's a little bit of Joyra for drawing cards when artifacts are played, making Thopters when artifacts are played, things of that nature. So yeah, if you guys enjoy the content, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks. This video is brought to you by the generous support of our wonderful patrons and channel members that you see here. If you'd like to support the channel and get access to cool content like sneak peeks, bonus videos, polls on future content, or access to a personal deck critique from myself every month, then hit the join button below the video, or check out the Patreon link down in the description below. With all that said, let's get into the gameplay. Alrighty then, we're in with triple Tapland City, eh? I don't think we can keep this hand. I think that's way too slow, especially against the Heliod deck, so we're going to mull that bad boy away. This one's a little bit better. It actually has some interaction in the early game, and kind of has the better top end, I guess. So we're going to go with this one. We'll slap Forgotten Caves into play tapped and move on with our lives. Our opponent's playing Heliod Suncrowned, a 3-mana 5/5 indestructible. As long as your devotion to devotion to white is less than 5, Heliod isn't a creature. Whenever you gain life, put a counter on a creature or enchantment you control. And then you can also pay 2 to give a creature lifelink. It's not too bad. Devotion, protection from black. Don't really care about that too much. But I guess I should maybe kill it. I don't know. I think I'm fine not killing it. My only thought is if I want to play Dalakos next turn, I can't kill the next thing that comes down, but likelihood is that, yeah, it's just gonna be Heliod. Alright, so let's get down Dalakos. We've got a good blocker on the Apostle at the very least, and now we can play Gilded Lotus into Shambling Suit, maybe. Or Gilded Lotus into Karn would also be quite nice. We have some options, at least. Alright, there's Field of Ruin. Depending on their timing, that could go really well for us. Oh dear. That needs coiling. That needs coiling big time. Alright, so we're going to go Gilded Lotus. We're going to coil the crap out of that. And then we're just going to play Lonely Sandbar. Got 7 mana to play with, so Eugene's on offer. Dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Yup. That's annoying. That sure is annoying. Okay. Well, our answer to that is an X3 Explosion, which is not too bad. Guess that's what we could go with. We can't really play Shambling Suit or anything like that. If we went X3 Explosion on Linden and they didn't have God's Willing, then Heliod stops becoming a creature and we can take him out of combat as well. I think we're just going to pass. Hope for the best. I suppose we also have Flash Embercleave as well. So yeah, they're going to go with straight combat, assuming that Heliod can get in. And we want to draw 3. Come on, don't do me bad. No God's Willing, no pump spells. He's done it. Alright, Heliod goes away. We only take 4. Better than nothing. No lifelink to the Apostle is interesting. Must have, yeah, a big spell to play. Oh dear. Yeah, I don't see how we can come back from this. This is non-stop value from our opponent. Alright, make some tokens, sure. My turn. We don't draw anything good. So what do we want to do now? I guess we could go Eugene. Gives cost reduction, so it's a free Mind Stone. This isn't too bad. So we get free Mind Stone. We can play Shambling Suit for 1. We can play Khan for 2. Perhaps that might be what we want to do here. Not entirely sure. They've only got 1 card in their yard, so I could kill Elspeth. That takes their devotion down to 3. Yeah, I guess that's maybe what I want to do. Boop Elspeth. Now I think we're holding up Brazen Borrower.
Or destroy.
Can't play Khan off of Dalakos because it's only artifacts, it's not colourless spells, unfortunately. Yeah, I think they're likely to get Heliod activated and send it all at Eugene, so I'd like to be able to bounce something out of play, perhaps slow our opponent completely down by taking the devotion away. Getting a 2-for-1 effectively with the Brazen Borrower. Looks like they might just have an answer for Eugene anyway, or maybe they're doing the math here, who knows. On just like normal combat damage. I mean, he's dead. It's just how much can we take with him is really what we're looking at now. Yep, there's Cavalier. And killing Dalakos, eh? Well then. I think I'm fine with that. To the command zone with you. And then we'll let them do their combat. They might assume that they've got enough with a Heliod involved. No, they're sending the 3/1/1s at Eugene, aren't they? I like this. Okay. So Eugene's gonna live. And I guess I just bounce Heliod and take 4. I don't really want to bounce Cavalier for obvious reasons. Okay, they gain a life. Put a counter somewhere. Gonna put it on Apostle. Could reset the Apostle. Apostle takes a lot less to actually level up, though. Or recast. I think I'm just going to bounce Heliod. Take 5. Just really trying to build a board that can stop our opponent here. It's not easy.
Lies beyond vision.
Let's see. Play Khan. Let's do it off of Mind Stone, I guess. Make a construct. If we can make it large enough, then we've got like Dalakos as an answer. But I think we have to Thassa's Intervention. Let's see, 3, 4, 5. We can do an Intervention X1, but that's not gonna be enough to stop Heliod, which I'm assuming is what they're gonna cast here. Does Heliod matter all that much, though? Thinking of like suiting up this construct is really what I have in mind, and keeping him alive might be worthwhile. I guess we've got Flash in Embercleave, and we've got Thassa's Intervention open. She's not too bad. There's Ardenvale. So we could do a Thassa's Intervention and play Brazen Borrower now. I guess that's the play. So we want to make you pay 4, so it's an X2. Tap that, please. And yeah, pay the rest. Counter unless you pay 4. We've only got 3 mana to work with. Got bigger things than their board right now. Well, mostly anyway. A little bit short of making this 5/5 a little bit bigger. Oh, they got Giant Killer. Okay. He dead now. And then I imagine they're going in for combat. Yeah. So, flash in Brazen Borrower. I think we're trading, chumping. They don't have anything to get back with Cavalier, so this is actually the best time to kill him. You don't really get a good block with Apostle, though. I think this is fine. So we got 5 with the double block there, and then we've got like 6 here, but the 3 doesn't kill the Apostle. So it just doesn't quite line up. We can get him later, I suppose. Black Blade. How much is that? Cost me 7 to equip. Let's see. Tick up Eugene anyway. See what we get. We might be able to make a black-bladed, ember-cleaved thing really huge and win that way. Let's make a construct. Play Dalakos again. They don't really have anything, is the thing. Let's play Black Blade. Equip Black Blade. Gives 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So +7, +7. So that's a 9/9. And then the Ember Cleave makes it a 10. Well, not a 10/10, but a 10/12 double striker. So it's 20 points, 23. It's almost lethal. just on a swing alone. But yeah, I guess we just about managed to get there. We needed vigilance, I think, to have a proper safe attack. I might be more inclined to maybe put the Embercleave on Brazen Borrower and get that one little hit in before Dalakos becomes the lethal hit. But yeah, I think Flying Haste on a good old Black Blade seemed to be enough for our opponent, and we got a nice blocking board as well. So opponent needed a lot there, and they didn't have a lot from what we could see. A lot of their hand was visible. Giant Killer is temporarily an option for them. They can tap down the biggest thing, but it'd have Summoning Sickness next turn. Heliod on its own doesn't do anything. We've got a bigger board than our opponent, so it's just about this unknown and whatever they draw off the top that actually matters. Alrighty then, we're in, and this hand probably not entirely acceptable. We could get Dalakos down, and he could live on turn 3. Which would do a fair bit, I suppose. Could Helm up Shambling Suit. I'm not in love with this hand, but I also just really want to keep it to see what happens. We are up against Torbrand, so our opponent's playing Mono Red in the best format ever. It's a shame that Mono Red just exists in every possible form. But here we are. Gotta power through it occasionally. Good old Torbrand. So Torbrand says, 4 mana 2/4. Make spells bigger. Smork harder, I believe the kids would say. So, luckily for us, we have a 2/4, which means there's not a great deal that our opponent can do in terms of not 2/4ing themselves when it comes to killing Dalakos. So I think that's what we're going to play. That gives us 5 mana to work with. So we could do, if we draw a land off the top, then we could do Traxos, cost reduction, Emery makes it untap Traxos. And honestly, getting Traxos down might be all we need. So yeah, our opponent's trying to bait us into a removal, which says they don't have 4 damage worth of burn in their hand without 2/4ing themselves. Information given away. So the options for them are Lava Coil and Slaying Fire. Those are the main ones. Well, we didn't draw the land, which is unfortunate. I still think we go Traxos, though. It just taps us out, which really sucks. It's not what I wanted to be doing with my time. If we're going to go and Traxos with a land drop, we'd have had 2 mana left over, and Emery would have been able to untap it, and then we'd have a 7/7 and a 1/2 ready to go. As it stands, we do not. Could go just a Shambling Suit. It's fine. I mean, it trades off with the Underworld Rage Hound. I don't know. I think at 22 I can maybe afford to just get a Traxos out. It is going to be untapping next turn and staying untapped for the foreseeable future, so our opponent does have to race a 7/7. But they've got a Torbrand now, which opens up a lot of their burn, obviously. Getting 2 extra points on every single burn spell could mean that they can kill Traxos. Weirdly enough. There's Torbrand. So we're at 13, and we drew a tap land. Isn't it just fantastic when you just do not draw what you need? Ah, God. Alright. So let's go Evolving Wilds, tap this for an island. Yup. Let's do Emery, untap Traxos, mill some stuff over, absolutely nothing, wow. You see how I preemptively said that there was nothing? It's because I have no faith in my top decking skills. Okay, we're going for a 7/7, and then we get to play Shambling Suit off of Dalakos, which untaps Traxos. So we've got a decent enough blocking board here. We can kill most things that attack in here. I really just want to Helm up a Traxos. I think it's way too slow, but that's what I want to do. So it costs 4 to play and then 5 to equip, so we'd have to play it the turn after. Seems as a tough choice for our opponent. So Mirror Maid can be a copy of any artifact or enchantment. So we can actually copy our opponent's stuff if they play anything worthwhile, but I highly doubt that they will. Another 7 dwarves. Let's see if they attack. Yeah. So this is 5 points. I mean, I think we're just doing that. Now if they want to kill Traxos, they're going to lose their Torbran. Omen of the Forge, 4 points of damage. But it's not on my face, so... silver lining, I suppose. And we kill their Torbran and Underworld Ragehound. And then hopefully we're going to draw something good. Land would be okay. It would mean we get to go Saheeli Helm, make a servo. Grow the Shambling Suit. Fantastic. I think that's just what we'll do. So Saheeli comes down. Helm of the Host gets cast. Triggers Saheeli. And then I think we'll leave it at that. If we draw a land again, we get Eugene, make a servo. I really would like to not trade off with 7 dwarves, but it's not an option. Because they get to play Torbran here, and then that's a lot of damage. 5 points each on the 7 dwarves. Thankfully, though, they're not 5/5s, so Shambling Suit can still trade. They really should force me to block with my Shambling Suit, because otherwise I'm going to helm it up and make lots of Shambling Suits. And then they're going to have to rely on Burn to the Face, so yeah, this is a predictable attack that we have to play into. One with the machine, draw 4. No other option, right? Yeah, I think we're just done. And we get a Mox Amber, make a servo. I mean, maybe this is enough. Yeah, I think we just got to go Mindstone Locket. Make lots of servos and ramp. Could turn a servo into an Is It Locket as well. So this becomes a copy of this. That allows me to play Time Stream Navigator. And then we can make copies of Time Stream Navigator if we don't die and it doesn't die. Need to see our opponent not Flame Sweepers, I guess. Or have some sort of split damage spell. So this costs 5 to equip, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2... Oh, don't kill us, we have an infinite loop of extra turns. If you don't kill us. There's no way that they don't though, right? This is mono red we're talking about. The only thing they do is Smork. Thrill, discard land. 2 mana left. Any burn spell that hits face is enough. We have won. We win. As long as I have done the math right, we have won. Oh my goodness. Dalakos. Equip Helm on Time Stream Navigator. It's a flyer now, but I need to tap it so it's not going to work here. We're going to go to combat. We've got a copy of Time Stream Navigator, which we're going to put into our deck. Goes away. I get to go tap land, take an extra turn. We untap. We need 4 mana, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left over. I can just Brazen Borrow, I suppose. Bounce Torbrand. Don't think it really matters, to be honest. Got infinite turns, so it's just a matter of drawing my entire deck until I find the thing that wins me the game on the spot. Just got to play it very carefully that we don't... I guess we can swing in with... Oh no. Can activate this one, I suppose. There we go. Extra turn. Flash this in. Swing. And yeah, we're just a matter of looping now. My extra turn. Let's storm the vault. That's good. So we take an extra turn. Activate the ability, beginning of combat. Get to swing and swing. That's 4 more points. Play Storm the Vault. Make 1,000,000 mana so we can play Eugene and Mirror Maid. And wow. That's not what I expected. Eugene means we make infinite 2/2s effectively and we win. But we're dealing 4 points in the air anyway. Which our opponent already can't deal with, so it's just a matter of time. Wow. Wow. Time Stream Navigator. Well, you might say we navigated that particular matchup quite well. You might, but you also might not. But, you know, let's go for another game. Okay, we're in. And I like this hand, it's not too bad. We've got turn 2 Brazen Borrower. If we find any land, we can play Dalakos, which then leads into Gilded Lotus and drawing off of Joyras and things like that later down the line. So not too bad. We are up against Nissa, who ruins Magic the Gathering, so we'll see. It's basically ramp to Nissa, you win. So we got to win by turn 5, is how this one's going to go. Or draw Storm's Wrath at the right time. I'm going to go with an island here. And hope for the best. Opponent has a forest. Big surprise. We're going to go Fabled Passage and crack it, so we got Dalakos next turn. Alright, Mana Dork. Yup. Might be worth bouncing said Mana Dork, because currently it's turn 4 Nissa, we don't want that. Ooh, that's his intervention. We could hold that up next turn. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. So we're going to play Dalakos. We've got 4 mana, so it's not Nissa mana. We have Thassa's Intervention to make it 7 mana Nissa as well. We do have Yorvo, though. Yorvo is an issue. Lovestruck Beast. Okay. There's an Arcane Signet. So we need to be able to counter Nissa. They're going to have exactly enough mana to cast her, so we only need to have this X1. Which means I can actually play Gilded Lotus and be just fine off of that. Yeah, and then pass the turn. I could have played Arcane Signet, right? 1, 2 leaves me with 1, 2, 3. Oh no, not quite. I think. I don't know. I'm tired. Leave me be. Alright, goodbye, Nissa. Nissa will not ruin Magic the Gathering today. But we will take some damage. It has been said that damage will be taken this day. So let's go Joyra. And then we're going to get to start going off a little, which is going to be fun. Let's go with Dalakos. Arcane Signet. Draw a card. Generates as a mana. Got Cryptic Caves, which then allows us to go maybe Shambling Suit. We could draw 2 by going Emery Shambling Suit. That might be okay. Don't really care about my life total just yet. More mana might also be better. I'm actually leaning on the more mana for next turn plan being ideal here. But I might need Brazen Borrower as well. Just go Firemine's Vessel. What's the worst that could happen? Don't answer that. Alright, Shambling Suit plus Ember Cleave is going to be our way to win this game, I think. I really love that 3 of the 4 cards in our hand have draw a card on them. That's pretty good. Maybe not forever, though. Opponent could have Rabid Bite and things like that. They do not. Okay. Well, this does mean that Nissa's coming down next turn. And we got a big boy Yorvo. So, taking 5. That is fine. Okay, so I do want to get down Ember Cleave, which we can do for 4 mana, which leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 6 mana to play with. So let's do 5 mana. Is it Locket? That's a good one. Hit some really good cards in the yard there, actually. Let's go with Is It Locket? Draw another card. Yeah, we got a Godfarer's statue, which kind of count as Nissa in a nutshell. We get to play a land. We got the City's Blessing. Still got Ember Cleave shenanigans. So let's go with Shambling Sue. Draw a card. Get Castle Vantress. And then let's swing. I likely expect them to double block Joyra. And then we'll slap down Ember Cleave. Oh, they're not going to. Okay. Well, I'm going to draw a card and then just hit them for a massive amount. Anyway. We can re-equip it over to Shambling Suit, which is going to deal a metric ton of damage as well. What's the re-equip on this? It's 3, right? Yep, 3. Lots of mana there. They're going to need what they don't possibly have, which is like a board wipe. Because they can't 15 me here, and I'm pretty sure I can 15 them. What's in the yard? We got Dowsing Dagger as well to give +2/+1. And basically becomes free because it transforms into a Gilded Lotus. There's 12 points of damage there. Sir Farron could get out of hand if they can pump that, but I doubt it. And they pass. Wow. I was expecting them to at least try to pressure me, but nope. Wasn't going to happen. Okay, so let's Emery for Dowsing Dagger. Let's tap our Colorless for Dowsing Dagger. Yes, oh my god. Alright, we win. You can have some plants. You're all about that elemental style, right? Yeah, this just means we win. Alright, so Black Blade draws me a card. Equipped to a legendary creature, Joyra with double strike. She's now a 10/10 double striking flying hasty creature. You know what? You can be bigger than that. You can just be bigger than that. 22 damage on a Joyra. Fan freaking tastic. Alright guys, well that is gonna do it for today's video. The verdict on this list, honestly, is that it's a little bit mediocre. It can have some non-games, some of which I haven't included in today's video because I'm more about the entertainment factor. So yeah, it does have some non-games where it can kind of just flail around and your opponents can get the nut draw. But yeah, it's very low on interaction. It's all about ramping out to Dalakos to big stuff and then hoping that that's good enough. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. But what I can say about the deck is it's really fun. So if you have the cards and the time, then it's worth a play. But I wouldn't waste your wildcards necessarily on building this list. But, you know, it is just a bit of fun. So if you're into fun, this might be what you're looking for. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully I've managed to demonstrate the fun side of this deck enough for you guys. And if you have enjoyed it, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment down below, all that jazz, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.